Industry Insider coming to you from BigSound 2012. We're here on the rooftop bar for Limes Hotel, all brought to you by Jay Dillon. Joining me, David Adams from SoundCloud. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. My first time in Brisbane, first time in the Southern Hemisphere as well, so It's a good start to it already.
Yeah. And have you just landed?
Yeah, I literally landed in Brisbane today, and I've just literally come from Sydney, so it's been a first time over there as well, just checking everything out.
Yeah. How many days in Australia?
I've been here for a week so far, then I'll be in Brisbane for 3 days, and I'm going to head over to Melbourne as well and just take everything in. I'm going to go see like Jonathan Wilson play in Melbourne on Friday as well, so that should be fun.
Excellent. Now, you've got two keynote speaking, well, not keynotes, you've got two, what are they called? I guess just debates, panels, debates that you're doing here. But before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got into the industry itself before you entered into SoundCloud?
Yeah, sure. So kind of around like 2009, I finished university. Came off the back of there, like most people, you have that first kind of stint of going around interning at labels, going from one to the next and seeing what kind of works for you and really trying to learn your value and what your value is different people. And I kind of felt like a skill set really going in terms of like PR. So I found myself in a position with a couple of labels, eventually with one label doing music PR. Then off the back of that, I remember working with one record in particular, and we had like a remix album. So from there, we used to think about doing a remix competition, learn about SoundCloud from there, started to learn more and more about what the potential of SoundCloud was, and obviously being a PR, the potential of how I can use SoundCloud to have my content in one place and spread to all these different blogs as well. Could have a massive impact. So from there, I just kind of went online, checked out SoundCloud's jobs board, and took a position from there. And if anyone wants a kind of a change, like going from the music industry world to the technology world, you want to see how a startup works, see different places, like we have our main office over in Berlin, check out our jobs board because we're always hiring. We're a startup.
Right. Now that is a PR spiel of everyone.
Yeah.
That's good. So tell us a little bit more about SoundCloud from your point of view and how you see it and how it operates.
Sure. So SoundCloud, we're a social sound sharing platform. So everyone knows how to share videos, everyone knows how to share photos, but there's not like one platform online for like sharing sounds. So our real aim is to help everyone who's a sound creator share them sounds where they want them to be. So if we kind of take the music context to it, say I'm an artist, I can put my track up on SoundCloud. From there, blogs can then share it and embed that content onto their blogs. From there, I can put it onto my websites. I can share it directly to my social networks. We have like integrations with Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Pinterest. And I can use it in interesting ways with marketing campaigns as well. So there's this whole community of sound creators who I can interact with as well. Or it's not just about your music content, it's also about sound generally. And like an artist's voice is a really powerful tool. So we're seeing more and more artists like sharing like audio announcements of new tours they're doing or new releases they have, and then post them to social networks, or like artist audio tour diaries, studio audio diaries as well, like Q&As with fans as well. Like sound has so much potential, and I think it's only beginning to come to the front on the web at the moment.
Now, as that is interesting actually, because I guess everyone just sees it as a music-based delivery service. What areas are you trying to push as far as the audio is concerned with your spoken stuff?
It's kind of happened naturally. So obviously, from a music perspective, in terms of audio, you're seeing everyone from like one direction sharing like quick like Harry Styles at a photo shoot, quick message and like 500,000 plays of girls listening to that, or Snoop Dogg announcing like his new 420 project. To people like Emmy the Great, she's done a Christmas record, so she asked like fans to tweet in their Christmas dilemmas. So from there, instead of just like tweeting back a response, she recorded these audio replies and retweeted the question with a link to the audio on SoundCloud. So there's this really personal thing for all the fans. So that's kind of music space, but definitely in terms of like sounds in a broader spectrum, everyone from like politicians using the platform to news corporations. I know ABC and Triple J use it down here as well. Comedians, religious leaders as well. Anyone who has, everyone has a potential to create sound. So hopefully we can just enable that experience.
Okay. Now that's also interesting. Politically, are there any legal ramifications to anybody releasing anything politically or anything as far as news is concerned through SoundCloud, or is that? Is it basically just an open platform and there's no really...
It's an open platform as long as you're like the rights holder to the content you put online and it's in like within our terms. So if anything is kind of offensive to another person, then obviously you have to really check our terms of use and see where that sits. But yeah, we do a great job. We have an awesome community team as well. Like one thing to remember being a startup, or in the technology space, is we kind of have a different anatomy to like a music industry company. So we have like a community team.
Yeah.
So they deal and they talk to our community and they deal with their problems and their issues. So if there's stuff like that, they would be able to help out certain users who have issues with stuff like that too.
Yeah, excellent. Now let's have a bit more of a chat about your two panels.
Yeah.
Panel number one.
Yeah, panel number one, I think the first one's mobile.
Yeah, mobile devices, yeah.
Yep, so...
getting the most out of your mobile, yeah.
I think it's just generally where mobile is, getting the most out of it and where it's going to go. So just like from our position with SoundCloud, like mobile is really important. We have like HTML5 widgets you can embed, which are RS friendly, so they show on your iPhone and your iPad. We have a mobile optimized version of our website, so if you click through on your, like from a tweet and then go through, you go to the mobile version of our site. To us having like, we have apps for iPad, iPhone and Android as well, so wherever you need to take that experience for SoundCloud, hopefully we allow you to do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd just be interesting to hear everyone else's different opinions about where mobile is going to go in the future as well.
What do you think use of mobiles is lacking? Do you have a point of view on that? Or?
One thing I definitely want to I think would be good to get across as a point of view here, especially for bands, is like what's great ways to like optimize your mobile presence. Like so many people, if I saw a band, a BigSound, I'm going to sit there on my phone and check out their site and see what's going on. Yeah. So how that can be optimized is a really like first step of what you can do. There's some great services out there like Mobile Roadie. So Mobile Roadie lets you create a free web app. So I can then easily create that. I can just pull in my content. So they just have a back-end self-service platform. So I can pull in my YouTube videos. I can pull in my SoundCloud tracks as well. I can add in like a newsfeed via RSS as well. So like stuff like that can make life a hell of a lot easier for bands, and they don't have to worry about having certain other costs involved. Mm-hmm. And they can have something which a fan can get that experience where they want it. And like mobile, like our phones, like the remote controls to our lives. Yeah. Like we use them on a daily basis.
That's a good quote. Have you?
Yeah, it's not mine.
Trademarked that? No?
I ain't trademarked that one.
Damn. Damn.
But just
you wouldn't have to work for SoundCloud if you had that one locked down.
Yeah. But yeah, just that's a really good thing to take into account. Like with mobile, it's where we kind of spend most of our day really in terms of like checking stuff out. So if I'm a band, like I should definitely have a presence which is correct for how my fans want to consume.
Yeah, and I mean that can also, obviously that translates, well I would think obviously it translates to record labels, PR, that sort of stuff as well. I mean they can all utilise that same sort of application.
Oh yeah, totally. It goes across the board. Like again, going back to mobile already, there's a bunch of like larger acts from like the Beatles to like Madonna and Lady Gaga who all have apps now. Yeah. They have that native app experience, so they can pull in them super fans, and then from there, like mobile's got really great stuff around it, like location. So obviously they can send push notifications back and pull in them users, them fans when they want as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a hell of a lot of where mobile can go next.
Mm. Yeah, no, well, it's going to be an interesting discussion. I very much look forward to seeing that. Now, the second one is it copyright versus...
it's like art versus commerce.
Art versus commerce, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I thought that it's an interesting one to be a part of because as a platform, very similar to how YouTube, there's a lot of like user-generated content. Yeah. So it's all people who's like, imagine you're putting like your first ever track up online and you want some feedback from it. So I can upload that to SoundCloud. People can leave me timed comments. They can favorite the track. And we're like, especially with our community team, they always get feedback from people. It's like, I just shared my first track. I wasn't going to put it online. I did. Someone left me a timed comment. It's really inspired me to go put my second track online. Yeah. And how they can build up like that from that place A to B to C to D, and how the artist can grow and build a community is really interesting, and it has to start somewhere. So hopefully like a platform like us gives them that first opportunity really.
Now, playing devil's advocate for a second, is there any are there any sort of oppositions to SoundCloud? Is there anybody, is there anything that people are trying to say, maybe this isn't the way to go, just for conversation's sake, or do you think that SoundCloud is the positive way forward?
Yeah, I think it's a positive way forward. You think of the potential of sound and sound on the web, and it's not really reached its pinnacle yet.
Yeah.
We've seen it with a video already with YouTube, but I definitely feel like sound has a long way to go so far. So yeah, I think everyone kind of feels the same need for it, and we're definitely seeing the whole range of sound creators on our platform. We've now passed like 20 million users, and that was 10 million users back in December. So it kind of shows you the rate of how people are picking up on, and how people really are responding to this, and a need for a service which allows them to share their sounds.
Excellent, excellent. Now, David, do you have you got any blogs yourself, or is it are you SoundCloud dedicated at the moment?
I don't have like a personal music blog, but there's enough great people you're probably going to speak to this weekend who can give you a bunch of music tips. But anyone does want to give me any tips, please free to send it over.
Yeah.
It's Chateau de Dave on Twitter, so go have a look for me.
We'll put that up there for everybody to find out. Yeah.
But yeah, just also want some more information on SoundCloud. We have a Twitter, we have a Tumblr, we have a Facebook as well, and we're always posting new stuff up on there as well. So you can always keep in the loop of what's going on with us. All
right, fantastic. Well, mate, thank you very much for joining me at this early stage of BigSound.
No worries.
We'll let you get back to the Judith Wright Centre and do some work instead of chatting to me. We'll probably catch up with you during the week, and good luck for the panels. And thank you very much for joining us.
I'll grab you for a beer later.
Well, we can grab me for a beer now, or later.
Well.
Yes, later as well. David Adams from SoundCloud here. We're here at BigSound 2012 at the rooftop bar at Limes Hotel in Fortitude Valley, all brought to you by Jay Dillon.